Yes. Before I just start, I just want to know that all of you know what we do. We're not from Kaspersky team. We have a security vision team. People over there, please show yourself. And we made a platform to automate things. So we combine technologies from lots of vendors, Kaspersky and hundreds more. And we create a platform where you can do your modules. You can use our modules to automate maximum for your cybersecurity. This is just an intro, but I'm gonna jump to the topic super fast. Remember how we start this week. You go to your work, open your laptop, bring the coffee you like, and boom, cybersecurity tools like pop up and light up like a Christmas tree. You have alert after alert, incident after incident, they just incoming. 90% of them are false positive, but you still have to check it. You have to triage it. You have to communicate with other people. Welcome to a new day in the Security Operations Center. Let me go back. There are more tricks here. So imagine you have a to-do list. So you have planned to do something, but you're already all behind. You plan to develop something new, develop a new process, maybe tomorrow. You want to explore something happening in the world, maybe next week, because you're overwhelmed, you're working with fire, you jumped from one fire to another, and this is how cybersecurity looks like today. So let's break it down. I have 5 points to discuss today because this is not unusual. This is how we work every day. Let's focus on them. I will break it down, explain step by step, and we will see what we can do about it. So analysts meet incidents every second, let's say. So they are under constant stress. They are overloaded. They are like in disengagement and super heavy to work like that. It means that some of them can be overheated and leave the company to find a new job where it's more easier to live. So that means that for you as a company, as a business, it costs a lot to find the replacement, to find the new people who will work like that. Second thing is all alerts are treated equally. So you have all incidents, you have to go through them and trash all of them in the same way. It is meaning that important signals just lost in the sea of false positives. So you don't see real incidents, you see some noise, and you have to figure out what's happening in this noise. So this firefighting culture isn't just strange. It is dangerous for the business because you can lose something important. The third thing is the companies usually don't have time to strategic planning. So you cannot really plan something new. You want to develop something, but you don't have time. You always put fire, more gasps appear, debt grows, and the business doesn't align with the security operations anymore. And finally, the security operations becomes the department of no. Instead of develop something new, something innovative, they just block everything. So they stop processes, they stop transferring data, because security has to be done that way. If with firefighting, it's the only way to do so. So proactive business cannot be protected by reactive SOC. That means that you have to change something. And as I said in the beginning, you have people, they have knowledge, and this knowledge lives if people leaves your company. So you have to create data, you have to create documentation to repeat your processes in the future. And that we can suggest you to do by automation and orchestration processes. So what if I say that you don't have to live like that, you don't have to work like that, and there are something you can change to make it easier and just more effective for the business? You can automate more. You can collect as much data as possible from any sources you have in a company. It could be dozens of vendors providing different services to you. It could be cloud services. It could be something on-prem. Hundreds of them. However, you have to collect everything and combine. You use strategic planning tools such as SGRC modules to make risk-oriented security operations center, and use AI to help yourself to find a better solution in false positives sea of the events. Let's go step by step. We start from strategic planning. By strategic, I mean the bigger picture. It's not about the reactively preventing incidents. It's about the see the whole picture. So as much data you have is better. Let's imagine financial company. It's big. It uses big data, 15,000 alerts per day. They just drown in some incidents. 90% of them are false positive, but they still have to check it. They triage incidents also manually, so they have to clarify what kind of incident it is. And those analysts are just tired of work in this company. And hackers know that. So most important that people is a weak chain in this scheme. So we gonna burn out. We cannot see the big picture if we don't do strategic. Hackers use it. And those are just numbers not to scare you. It's about how they effectively use our weaknesses without automation. So if you don't automate stuff, hackers use the lack of time you have, the lack of people you have, and they just gonna steal the money from the companies throughout the world. I'm not just scaring you, it's a statistic from the past. We believe that in the future, we don't have that much. So you implement strategic. We have modules to make it really risk-oriented, depending on the company type you have. If you have OT segment, okay, focus on the industrial segment and critical infrastructure. If you would like to calculate risks, you can build your security operation center based on the numbers, how much money you can lose, how much money you will spend on security tools, then you implement the new ones. If you're a financial company, the bank, you can implement operational risk management model. You can be compliant to any document you have in your backpack or in your pocket. However, you just adjust our methodologies to automate different compliance method to your company. And if you have everything already and you would like to build a really consistent moving business, use BCM to improve your business processes and be ready to anything bad happens in the future. This is how strategic planning works. So this is what we advise to add to the Kaspersky solutions, to our SOAR solutions, etc. Then we speak about second point, the burnout. As I said, people are drowned in lots of incidents. They just used to work with hundreds of them every day. You cannot really focus. And this is just one example of an incident we have. This is a spam, so email, and to work with it step by step, we just spent more than an hour to collect data from different sources, to check it in internet, check links, if you can trust it or not, etc., etc., etc. 1 hour left. But what can I say if we automate it? We can speed it up to 95%. We extract human factor from it. So you collect data all automatically from different sources. You analyze it, and you create a strong, solid playbook you can use for every type of incidents in the company. It's not about spam, it's about hundreds of them, so no worries. And finally, with the speed up, you will get the full view and full the picture. So you will see every detail in that incident, not only from one solution, not only from ecosystem of one vendor, but you will see the total. Let's move further to avoid missing the thread. To do so, SOAR allows you to use workflows. So those are step-by-step scenarios what to do in the future depending on incidents you have. So remember the company I said to you in the beginning, the financial security operation center with lots of data. After implementing this system, they increased the time to response, like cut it in half. And 90% of incidents were triaged automatically. So analysts were focused on real incidents, on analytical work. They don't have to do the monkey job, and they just use playbook to do so. But what we done after is that we created dynamic playbooks. You never see that probably in another vendors. So we made an approach that those playbooks, those scenarios are created itself depending on the area around. So depending on security tools you have, depending on the type of incidents of different artifacts in it, this workflow will be built automatically without the human interference. So you don't have to really do strategic for every type of incidents might happen. And we take into consideration different flows, different objects. It's object-oriented approach. What do we have next? It doesn't work. Can you? Sorry, I don't remember. Thank you. And the last one, but not least, is how we might lose the knowledge. As I said, people keeps knowledge in the head. And we are trying to avoid this living by doing the fast job by dynamic playbooks. We do all the job for people as much as possible, automate things so they will feel more free. They will be real analysts. So juniors becomes seniors, seniors becomes I don't know, the viewers, and you will just build a SOC for people who like to work in it. And this is just how picture looks like. I mean, image is awful. I'm not good at picturing, but if you come to our stand, I will show you how it looks in real. So it's just a imagine the hundreds of objects you have, assets, micro tactics, types of incidents, objects found in the indicators found, and you can see all the connections in between. So the whole picture I was talking about, and you can react. So you can just easily push the button over here and execute some action, block anything, start the new process going on, and do anything you would like. You can create your own scripts to do so without any programming even. And here, how knowledge bases look like. So we used our experts to create the big knowledge base, what to do step by step in different scenarios. You can keep it up to date. You can use your sources to add the new typos in here and create a strong system. If people leave, knowledge stays, which is good, I hope. And we apply artificial intelligence to do so too. So we analyze incidents and responses people have had. And the myth is that artificial intelligence or robots will replace humans, but the truth is human will be more free to do the job. That means that we just put all the big data to that brain, it does something, and people have more time to work and easier to find false positives, easier to become a real investigator. And it's not about the technical. What SOAR does, what our platform does, is the bringing to spotlight the soft skills. So security is about communication. It is about the finding the way to explain something to other people, to force them to work on you, to like cooperate and build something strong, to align the business goal, something like that. And how this magic happen? We drive all our solutions, let's say, in three directions simultaneously. So we use technologies. I was explaining about the dynamic playbooks, all the types of scenario, artificial intelligence, vulnerability management we will be speaking after. We use different processes you might have for strategic security, and we teach people to work with it. We add artificial intelligence to chat with, and you can create something strong in the combination of that. It's gonna be super resistant and resilient to anything your companies might have seen in the future. And just how many time I have? It's good. I'm gonna finish faster. So it's just little tricks how you start. You don't have to do everything in one night. You just do a little step, pick a process you love the most, pick the process you need to automate the most and start from it. We will teach you how to do that, how to use dynamic playbooks, how to use SGRC modules, how to use TI gathered from Kaspersky solutions and any type of data. Then you trust specialists to create your own knowledge base. You never lose the data. You will know what to do in the future at any time. And finally, it's about the shift how we think, how we work, and how we win. Thank you.